How much tuna is too much before it has an effect on your health? Why a certain type of tuna is safe while another is a stealthy poison? How do you choose a can that is free from hidden risks? Some forms of tuna contain toxic levels of mercury that silently accumulate in your body and make you feel fatigued, reduce your memory, and even cause nerve damage. How do you choose the safest tuna? Which labels should give you warning signs? And how much tuna can you safely eat before it starts harming your health? This video aims to provide educational content exclusively. If you have any medical concerns, it is strongly advised to consult with your healthcare professional. How mercury enters tuna. Mercury is a poisonous heavy metal that's dumped into our oceans in the form of industrial waste. Power plants, factories, and mining operations release methylmercury, a poisonous form of mercury that builds up in the ocean food chain. This is how it happens. Tiny marine organisms absorb the mercury from the water. Small fish eat these organisms with the mercury in their body. The large fish eat the small fish with even higher mercury. Carnivorous fish such as tuna, swordfish, and sharks accumulate the highest levels of mercury. This is also known as bioaccumulation, and it means the bigger and older the fish, the more mercury it contains. Since some tuna live 15 years or longer, they accumulate toxic levels of mercury within their bodies. The older the tuna becomes, the more mercury it stores. This makes large, older fish even more dangerous to consume in large quantities. The problem? Mercury has no taste, no smell, and no immediate effects, so most people unknowingly consume large amounts without ever realizing the long-term effects. Not all tuna is created equal. If you like tuna but are worried about mercury, here's the secret. Check the label carefully before you buy. If it simply says tuna, then it is probably skipjack tuna, a species with lower mercury and smaller size, 0.12 parts per million. This is your safest option for regular consumption. If it says light tuna, it typically refers to skipjack but can contain yellowfin, which has higher mercury, 0.35 parts per million. Check the ingredients to be sure. Yellowfin tuna, most often used in sushi and canned foods. It has a moderate to high level of mercury, and it should only be eaten moderately. Albacore tuna, white tuna, most mercury contaminated, with up to 0.50 parts per million. It should be eaten sparingly, especially by pregnant women, children, and the elderly. Many people don't know that white on tuna cans means it's albacore, which contains 3 times the mercury of skipjack. Double check always before you buy. Demystifying mercury content in tuna. For your ease and safe choice making, here's a rundown of mercury content in different kinds of tuna. Skipjack, light tuna in cans. The safest, lowest in mercury. Perfect for frequent use. Yellowfin tuna has moderate levels of mercury. Safe for occasional use, but not for regular meals. Albacore tuna, white tuna. Highest in mercury. Regular use can cause overexposure, heightening health hazards. How much tuna is safe? To limit your mercury exposure, observe the following. A maximum of 3 servings weekly of skipjack light tuna is safe. Only 1 serving weekly of yellowfin tuna is advisable. Albacore tuna should be avoided or minimized, especially for children, pregnant women, and individuals with medical conditions. What is 1 serving? 1 serving of tuna is about 4 ounces, 113 grams. About 1 small can. Too much tuna consumption can lead to mercury accumulation, which can cause brain fog and memory problems, numbness and tingling in fingers and toes, muscle weakness and fatigue, irritability, and mood swings. If you eat tuna regularly and are experiencing these symptoms, you might have to cut back. Canned tuna. Oil or water. When you buy canned tuna, you might have noticed that it comes in oil or water. What should you opt for? Tuna in water, the healthier choice. It has more omega-3s, less added fat, and is easier to drain, so it's the ideal choice for those who keep track of their mercury consumption. Tuna in oil may have higher levels of mercury, as mercury tends to accumulate in fat. Ditching the oil mitigates some risk, but also loses some helpful omega-3s. Best practice? Select tuna in water whenever possible for the greatest health benefits. The 4 most common mistakes people make with tuna. Most people unwittingly make grave errors when consuming tuna. Below are the 4 most common things to avoid. Ignoring the label, not all tuna is the same. Light and white tuna have very different mercury levels, so always check before buying. Overeating tuna. While it's nutritious, too much tuna can lead to mercury buildup, causing fatigue, memory loss, and nerve damage over time. Not draining it properly. When you choose tuna in oil, make sure to drain it well to remove excess fat and toxins. Relying entirely on tuna for seafood, balance your diet with low-mercury fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel to avoid health risks and get a variety of nutrients. Cutting mercury exposure from tuna. If you love tuna but want to stay safe, simply follow these simple steps. Alternate tuna with other fish. Include salmon, sardines, and trout in your diet for variety. Choose lower mercury tuna brands. Some companies test their tuna for mercury levels and label them clearly. Pair tuna with detoxifying foods. Foods high in selenium, vitamin C, and antioxidants help counteract mercury toxicity. Avoid tuna if you're pregnant. Mercury can harm fetal brain development, so choose low-mercury fish instead. Tuna can be a nutritious addition to your menu, provided you choose wisely. Stay away from high-mercury varieties, mind portion sizes, and read those labels with extreme attention. What do you think about tuna? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining us. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more tips. Don't forget to check out the next video on the screen for more valuable information. See you next time.